Good morning and welcome to Tennessee Valley this morning. Get a cup of coffee and a nice Danish or something and sit back and just enjoy the program we have for you today. And my sidekick, of course, and my co-host is Chris. Thank you, Chris, for being here and being up early.
Yes, good morning, good morning. Yes,
I know, and welcome.
I gave up caffeine, so I didn't.
Did you get?
Yeah, I haven't had coffee in a while.
Well, I
had a
haven't
little
given
decaf,
up the caffeine.
but that's it.
Let me tell you, I've already had my coffee today, and that's the first thing I do when I get up is go turn the coffee pot on and have a little bit of coffee. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. We're going to have lots of sunshine, or we had yesterday. I hope we do.
Yes, we had lots of sunshine.
I hope
chance
it's like
of rain
that
today, but
really?
but
well, we'll keep our fingers
have to
crossed
wait
that
and
we
see.
won't. I didn't bring an umbrella or a raincoat, so I enjoyed yesterday in the sunshine. Wasn't it nice?
Oh, very nice.
I
very
felt like
nice.
it was really spring. Did you?
Yes, it has warmed up nice out there yesterday, and it's just great.
I know, and the trees are budding, and the flowers are coming up, and
yeah, the azaleas are starting to bloom in the front yard.
And the pollen is everywhere.
Oh yeah, cars are nice and green again.
They are. Every car's green. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
I know. What doesn't matter what color you are. It's either gray or green. But anyway, a lot of people buying antihistamines and Benadryl and all of those good.
Oh yes.
All those good things,
all that
aren't
good
they?
Stuff. Yes, it is.
I know you go in and the shelves are empty. But I don't have any problems with that. Thank you, Lord. I don't have any problems with allergies, and you never have had very much.
Not too bad. It bothers my eyes. They start to itch some when it gets real bad, but not
Is that
bad.
fun?
Yeah, when I'm working out in it, that's fine. When I'm mowing the lawn.
But if you have allergies, I know I can understand what you're going through by watching friends of mine, and my husband always had allergies and had to take shots for a long time, and I knew that when it started in the spring, that what we had to go through,
and this area is kind of prone to it, being here in the valley.
Yes, it is, but it's still nice, isn't it?
Oh yes, I like it down here.
I know, and let's see what's going on. Madeline took her
ACTs over the weekend. Yes, they had ACTs up at the League University, and I think they had a run up there also. We were trying to get there, almost got there late.
Did you?
Yes, they were having a run, I think, up there, so they had roads blocked off, so they gave us a little extra time to get there.
Well, we're praying that she does a great score.
Yes, this will be her second time taking it. She'll do good.
I know, because we want her to have a free ride to the college, right?
Well, they have good scholarships, yes.
Yes, they do, and she has an excellent chance at that.
She's got a good chance to get.
She's a very good student.
Yeah, that's we're proud of her.
She's coming up. She's going to have her 16th birthday.
Yes, soon.
And when does she get to start dating, Chris?
20, 25. We'll see about that.
Isn't it amazing how when you were young and your sister was young, the age wanted to be lower, but now that you have a daughter,
raise that high, raise that a little higher.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get the driver's license to 18, but nobody's working with me on that. I have to talk to Kevin Brooks about getting.
Are you going to talk to Kevin about getting it changed to 18?
Yeah, before she gets her license next month, maybe we can get something passed in
You know what?
legislation.
She is so sensitive about everything that the story I got was that she was driving the other day and she was a little bit close to someone and she wanted to stop and roll down the window and apologize.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah, because she wants to stop and apologize to everyone,
too close to somebody. Yes.
Or
she likes
too close to the curb or something. She apologizes and all. Who did she take that after, Chris?
I'm sorry, I don't know. Probably me.
Always the apologetic kind, but she's great, and it's great working with these young kids anymore. It's a great thing, and when she will start dual enrollment this next year at school, right?
Yeah, should start dual enrollment. Glenda keeps up with more than I do on that. So,
but I understand she's going to do dual enrollment.
Yes, she does.
And if all goes well, by the time she graduates from high school, she'll have a year and a half of college left to get her 4 years in.
Yes, so.
Boy, I wish they'd have done that when I was young. You know, we had a hard time getting the 4 years of high school in, and then we had 4 years of college. But today's society, the
times have changed.
Children, the young people have an opportunity that's just incredible for them, and it always amazes me. I'm at the age where all of this new stuff just amazes me.
It's amazing. Yes, it is.
Yeah. And Alex, what's Alex doing? Does he have a program going on, a science program going right now?
Well, we are working on a science project right now for him. He's got they have their science fair coming up next month, so we're doing some kind of science project with little fish. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, he told me he had to go buy goldfish because they were doing some kind of experiment.
So we bought 10 minnows.
Oh, 10?
10 minnows.
Oh, well,
so
good.
They have to be broken
So
up in groups of 5, so we'll have a whole
your
size.
farm is growing over there, right?
Yes, yes. Because they won't get big enough
You
to.
could have an aquarium before long.
Yeah, probably not as big as Chattanooga, but.
Yeah,
But they-
and Oliver, the 5-year-old, he goes to the aquarium frequently.
Yes.
And
we
he had
take him.
pictures the other day where he was hugging the penguin. Was that
Yeah,
correct?
well, he's hugging. Yeah, they have a fake penguin, but it looks.
Oh,
it looks
it
real.
looked
yeah,
real,
It
and I
looks
thought,
real.
well,
Yes.
okay,
Oh, yes.
grandmother
Yeah, it
thought
looked
it was real.
But now the gentleman that feeds the fish at the fish tank, he came over and gave him a high five in the fish. He was in the fish tank feeding the fish, and there was hardly anybody there when Glenda took him the other day. So he got to give high five to the scuba diver that was there feeding the fish.
And he loves it, and they go frequently because when Glenda takes the children to Chattanooga to school, then she takes him on over to the aquarium
yeah,
and lets
she
him
can take
spend
him
some
over
time
those
there,
places there.
and that way she doesn't make 2 trips back and forth. But anyway, and we have dance recital coming up.
Yes, that's coming up soon. Yes, so it's busy.
It's a full life,
It
isn't
is,
it?
it is.
And I'm sure your life is full, and so many things going on. And Lee University, I guess graduation, and Cleveland State will be soon.
Mm-hmm.
And that this doesn't seem like the year's up, does it? And then we're going to be off for summer and have a great time and all. But the other thing that we want to talk about right now is that this is the time for real estate. This is our peak season going in for buyers, and we are available. If you are looking for a home, we can direct you to a home, and it's not just a house to live in. It's your home where you're going to make memories and you're going to live in, and you make it the home. We sell houses, you make it the home, and that's what we like to do, and that's what we do. Also, we have some new commercial listings coming up.
Yes, we do have commercial listings coming up. We've got all kinds of listings and things coming up lately.
I know. So
And-
if you're looking for a house in the price range, well, any price range, we are willing and able and have the experience to take you through the whole process from beginning of getting you approved if you have to have a mortgage to taking you to the closing table. That takes, unless you're paying cash, it will take 30 to 60 days for you to get to the closing table. So don't think you can go out and start looking for a house right now and find it, and we can have it closed in 20 days. If it's cash, usually about 14 days we can have it closed. But if it's a mortgage, it's going to take longer. Rural development, VA, and some of those take a little longer than just an FHA loan.
They sure do.
But a HUD, we can usually close a HUD in 30 days. That isn't too difficult to do. But anyway, those are things. And if you have a good credit score and you have a job, we can get you qualified for a home. If your credit score is good, we know that we probably can get you qualified for a home. So feel free to give us a call. And Chris, you have all that information?
Yes, you can reach me at 423-961-8095, and you can reach Kay at 423-718-6967, or you can find us on the web at chrisfreekw.com or kfree.com. And you can reach us there, and you can send us
And there's a
email.
lot of things on the website, right?
Oh, all kinds of. Well, we got show notes for this show, things about buying a home, what to do, things coming up for this summer on fixing up things around your house, all the way to getting pre-approved. All that information's on there, and you can follow us on Facebook or Twitter and get all the latest information that we have to come up.
Yeah, and let me just say this today. And if you're getting ready to list your house for sale, we want to make it so people are going to buy it. You don't want to list it just to put a sign in the yard. So the market sets the price for homes. So we can show you what the market is telling you your house is worth. It doesn't matter what you paid for it, and it doesn't matter how many memories you have in it. It doesn't matter what your neighbor says, but what really matters is what the market is, and that's what we have to go on. And the other suggestion that I want to give you today is that if you are going to list your house, it would pay for you to have a home inspector to come and inspect your home before you put it on the market. He will then tell you what needs to be updated or what needs to be done as far as electrical, plumbing, any little thing, painting, all of that. And then when you sell it, you don't have all the surprises when the home inspector comes in and does that inspection for the buyer. Most of everything will be taken care of. And that way it just makes it quicker, it makes it easy. It makes it easy on the seller, because so many times the sellers will say, I'm just scared for the inspector to come in. Why don't you have that done up front? And there's many people that we can use. There's Well, if I start naming, I won't get that right, so I'm not going to start naming anyone. But you call us, and we can give you a name or names that you can choose from, and it will cost you anywhere from $250 to $350 to have that done, but it's well worth it. As far as appraisals, I don't suggest having an appraisal on your house before we've listed. The reason being, a personal appraisal sometimes is more than what you can get out of it on the market. The other appraisal that the mortgage people do, they are appraising to loan the money. It's a more realistic appraisal. So don't spend the money to have an appraisal done. And that's a personal thought that I've just given you right there. I just don't see the benefits of it. You might think you do, and if you do, that's okay, and especially if it's an estate sale, your family may feel like that's what you need to do, and that's okay. But don't spend the money just because you want to see what it is, because sometimes they're a little bit different of what the bank appraises and what a personal appraisal does. The other thing is, we cannot talk to appraisers. If you're buying a house or selling a house and they come in to appraise, we cannot talk to the appraiser. Someone said the other day you need to educate them. Well, we're not allowed to talk to them, so there's no way we can educate an appraiser.
We can't
an appraiser is what they are. They are an appraiser. So anyway, be right back with us, and we have someone that's going to be with us, Sharon, that's going to talk about decorating your house. So you don't want to miss it, and we'll be right back.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here. Doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Hey, and welcome back. And I told you we were going to have someone really interesting to talk with. And Sharon Hibbard is with us, and she's from Decorating Den. And do I have questions for her? And I'm sure that you have many questions that you'd like to have answered on decorating. And that's one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do a lot of it.
So you've done a lot of
Well,
decorating
I
on your
didn't
own.
do it. I had someone to do it.
Okay. And I could be that person
You
going
could be
forward
that
if you
person doing it.
want to do it again.
Yeah. First of all, tell me where you're from and how long you've been in the Ottawa area.
Okay, I originally came from upstate New York. I grew up in upstate New York, and I've lived there for 43 years. And I just recently, 1 year ago, moved to Ottawa, Tennessee. It is beautiful here, and I love it, and I don't intend to leave. So.
Well, and it is a little warmer than New York, right?
Yes.
A little
yes.
bit, a little bit more rain, maybe.
More rain, but a whole lot less snow, which I can do without.
I know, and so many of our people our kids are saying, "Oh, we wanted some snow," but I grew up in West Virginia, so I know I don't.
You know about winters.
I've had enough of that. I've had enough of that. But you do decorating.
I do interior
decorating?
design
Okay.
and decorating.
All right, and tell me, who do you do this for?
Okay,
What is your client?
Oh, what type of client? Well, we'll work with basically anyone who needs assistance with designing or decorating a home, whether it's a new home or a renovation. And we have a variety of budget price points that we will work within. So we offer a free consultation when we first come to meet with a new client, and we'll assess the needs that you have for your home, and we'll discuss your budget so that we can do whatever works within your reasonable limits. We can also spread a project out over a long period of time and break it into more manageable components for you. We can do that.
Okay, and I know I was talking with you before the program and things, and you do high-end homes.
Well, not all high-end homes.
you
We
do,
can do
but-
basically, yes, we certainly can do the high-end homes. We have such a variety of product available for our clients. The sky is the limit as far as customization, options, and if you can afford the higher-end limits, we can certainly reach them for you. Yes.
Okay, and you do windows, walls.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything relative to the interior of a home. We can do custom window treatments, both hard and soft, for light control, privacy, and beauty, of course. We can do any type of floor coverings, whether it's wall-to-wall carpeting, area rugs, hardwood floors, any type of furniture. We do upholstered furniture. We do any type of other furniture, whether it's antique style, it can be wood, glass, metal, and we work with a variety of styles. We're not locked into one particular style. So if you love Victorian, or you love ultra contemporary, or you like rustic, we can accommodate your personal taste and lifestyle. Yes.
Well, it looks like you have something for everyone.
We try. We try.
And then you take me, and I put a little bit of all of it together.
Oh yes, because it's all
isn't
about
that
you,
fun?
Kay. It's really about your style. It's not what I like.
I know.
If
You know,
I
I
designed
can't
everything
handle-
I like, I'd be bored.
I can't handle 2 end tables and 2 matching lamps.
Some people love that though.
They love it.
but it's not for everybody.
Not
you are
for
right.
everybody.
You are
So,
right.
so you work within what that person wants and their style and how they like to live.
That's
you know,
right.
on the mantle, I like it like this. I don't like it like this.
No,
My life is a little bit like that. Have you
asymmetrical.
noticed
Okay, your
that,
life is
Sharon?
asymmetrical too. No, you do just fine, Kay. You seem very well put together. And if your home is not, maybe we can bring your home to look a little bit more like your life, a little bit more pulled together. So that is our goal, to design a home in which you'll feel comfortable, which reflects your personal style. And of course, it has to function for the way you need the space to work
Yes.
for you. If you like to entertain, we want you to have enough space for guests to sit and be comfortable and enjoy their surroundings. If you need more lighting to read, we will find a way to accommodate your needs so you can use that room to its best advantage for you and your family.
Okay, let me ask you one question.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a sunroom
Okay.
that's just full of windows, and the sun comes in. What do you suggest? Do you suggest some type of a blind or soft or hard cover for that, or do you suggest the tinting of that window, or what is the best thing for that? Because I know a lot of people have sunrooms and the sun becomes quite a problem
Oh,
for
yes.
them. And And it does for me.
Sure. It not only is too hot sometimes to enjoy the sunroom, but it can also fade anything else that you have in
Yes.
that space, whether it's your flooring or your furnishings. Even outdoor furnishings can fade in the sun, although they're made to withstand the elements. Now, as far as window treatments in a sunroom, your personal taste does play into that quite a bit, but we can offer a variety of solutions for you, from basic window tinting, which is like a film which would block some of the UV rays and allow a little bit of shade in the space, all the way to different types of blinds and shutters and shades, most of them cordless, so they're very easy to operate and they're very unobtrusive as well. And if you want something a bit more decorative, we have all types of outdoor draperies and fabrics that can give you that beautiful element and soften the look a little bit. It doesn't have to look industrial or builder's grade, so to speak. So,
Okay.
yes.
Does the film that you put on the windows, does it last? Is it a long-lasting thing? Is it something you have to redo, or what is the lifespan of
Well,
that?
it depends on the grade of window tinting film that you select. It is a long-lasting product as long as it's applied properly by a qualified installer. You may need to replace it, I would say, in 5 to 7 years. It
Okay.
depends on the conditions that your room is subject to as well. If you continually have heavy, intense sunlight beating down on that and it has not been properly installed, you might notice some flaking or pulling away at
Okay.
the edges. But it can be repaired before it needs to be replaced as well. So it is a good investment, not in and of itself alone, but to protect your other furnishings and your space as well.
Well, I think that I really believe that is something that a lot of people face in their homes, is that sunshine coming in, and it does fade the furniture.
Yes.
And if you don't think it does, you just wait and take the furniture out of that spot and put it with a chair. If you have two, with the one that's been in the
Or flip over the cushions and look
Yeah.
at the difference in color. But
I
there's good
moved,
news,
and
Kai.
I was just amazed at the difference in the
Oh,
colors
yes,
of
the
my
sun is incredible, the damage it can inflict on your furnishings. But we have good news. If the sun has already done its damage, you can apply window treatments to protect against future damage, but you can also replace your furniture if it's already been subjected to much damage and you feel it just can't be saved. We do have a complete line of outdoor furnishings as well, intended for not only sunrooms, but also for other outdoor living spaces, whether it's a lanai or a patio or poolside, whatever your needs would be. When I say we have furnishings, it's not just for the inside.
It's
We call it
outside.
interior design, but it's really more furnishing design, whatever suits your space.
Okay, the other question that I have, and we talked about that a little bit later.
Sure.
What is your payment plan, and how does one work if they wanted to use your services? How does that work?
Okay, well, we always offer our initial consultation at absolutely no charge or obligation to our clients. The reason we do this is it gives you an opportunity to get to learn a little bit more about the way I can do business with you, and I get the chance to learn more about the scope of your project and, of course, what your design and decorating goals are. We will use that free appointment to establish your budget and set a timeline and a plan for completing your project. Now, once you have decided that you do want to go ahead and work with me and put a project into motion, we will take a deposit, which does get applied toward any purchases that you make. When we go ahead and order the components of your project, it would be 60% of the cost of the product alone that you will pay to us in order for us to place the order for the goods. Once everything has been delivered and installed and you are just thrilled with the results, that is when the final balance will be due. Now, what forms of payment do we accept? We prefer cash or check, of course, but we will take a charge card with a small surcharge, a processing fee, if you will. And the checks would not be made to me personally, as much as I would love that. The checks would be made payable to Decorating Den Interiors. So we make it pretty simple to spread your payments out over a fairly reasonable period of time, since the final payment is never due until everything has been installed and delivered. Okay?
Well, I think we have asked a lot of questions that you probably were interested in out there. And I know I was, and I've gotten some great answers. And we're going to have Sharon's information on the website and an email where you can email her or call her and ask questions or request a free consultation.
Absolutely.
And that will be your contact is between our website, and you may have your own website. Do you have that,
Yes,
Sharon?
we do.
You want to give that real quick?
It would be www.deckdens_shared_ideas. That's DECDENS.com/shared, SHARED _IDEAS.
Dear Lord, I don't have a memory that long, Sharon.
Well, I don't think they do either. So if you're right, if I understand you, all the information will be on your website, so they can instantly access it.
And you can link up to her and do it. Thank you, Sharon, so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Kay.
Contact her if you need anything. And we'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to wait for a commercial.
Okay.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Chris and we might Ruthie go. Hi and welcome back. Grab another cup of coffee and sit back, and we have Ruthie Forgy with us today from Salvation Army, and we're going to talk about several different things that you're interested in, and I think you're going to be interested in some of them that we're going to talk about. So, and you what do you want to go? Want fitness first, or you want to thank them for the shopping?
Yeah, let's talk about the shopping extravaganza we had last week at Peerless Road Church. They were very generous to open their gym to us and allowed us to have a shopping extravaganza, which was more than 30 vendors in direct sales, and then some unique handcrafted items were there on display. and spent the day over there from 10 to 4 and had a really good day, really good turnout. Was very pleased with this, premiere event, and I'm looking forward to.
Very successful.
Yes, it was, and we're looking forward
I
to
had new
planning it
makeup.
next year. You got
Can
new
you
makeup.
tell?
Well, I mean, you sat in the chair and got the
Well,
sparkle.
I
Where's the
bought-
sparkle today?
Well, I didn't get any sparkle. You had sparkle. I
just for
didn't
the
get
day.
sparkle.
Just for
but
the
I
day.
did buy the makeup, and I love it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, from Van Dima. Is that?
I think so. And the blush and
Yep.
all. You know, I put it on 6 o'clock this morning.
And it's still
Is
there.
it still there?
Yeah.
Good.
You look
good.
great.
It's still there.
You look
But
great.
anyway, I love it. I don't change makeups, and I don't spend a lot of money on makeup. And we were talking about it. I said, I'll spend a lot of money on a dress, but makeup, I'm not going to do that. And but I did buy. She had it for half price.
Wow.
And so I did a good. I bought it, and I really liked it. I was due makeup, so I did that.
It was timely.
Yeah, and Chris went,
Yep,
and you
Chris.
had a good day with Gold Canyon candles.
Yes, Glenda, and I was there with the Gold Canyon candles. Really a great time. We had a good time and got to meet a lot of new people, and it was very nice. And I got to meet the other vendors, which they all had a lot of nice stuff also.
Yeah.
So it
Had
was
a
very
steady,
nice.
steady flow of traffic all day coming in, and
Nice
like I
door
said,
prizes?
Yeah, we had great door prizes from all of our vendors about every half hour. Some a little more frequent, and so it was just overall
Good hot
a
dogs?
great event. Well, you had several of the hot dogs and.
I ate 2 hot dogs that day, and potato chips, and cookies.
And cookies.
I just don't eat those things.
Yeah.
But you know what? It was kind of like a fun day.
Every once in a while, you just got to
You just break down and do that. Yes.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yes.
And which brings us into our faith and fitness program. We do have a faith and fitness program at the Salvation Army, and this year, in the last 14 months, we've had about a 200-pound total weight loss there.
Awesome.
So in our program, we meet once a month, and looking forward to expanding that program and adding some more things to it. We have a certified trainer come in and teach a class, and also have some nutritional counseling, and just it's affordable to get healthy. And a lot of times when people start thinking about health and changing their health, they think, well, I can't afford to join a gym, and produce costs more. There you can get healthy and fit very economically, and so we're trying to bring and teach that at the Salvation Army. So.
All right. I'm going to ask the
Yeah, I know
question
you
that
are.
everybody
And I'm gonna
wants
ask you
to
too.
know. How many pounds have you lost, Ruthie?
I've lost 135 pounds.
Is that not awesome?
Yeah, 135 pounds, and I didn't have surgery. I didn't take any special pills or do any special diet. I just, ate less, moved more, and that's what works.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
And you've lost how much?
53.
53. So, hey, we've got almost 200 pounds between us.
I know. I said I've lost so much weight in my life, I probably have all these little K's floating out here in the air somewhere,
That's not a bad thing.
No, it isn't.
Not a bad
but
thing.
I've had it off a year now, or right at a year,
That's been great.
and it's been the easiest thing I've ever done. And what I did, I don't exercise, and I know everyone should, but I don't do that. But I do eat better,
Right.
and I just change the way that I eat. And I've given away all my big clothes.
Yep, so have I.
And so therefore, I have an incentive to keep it off because I can't afford to buy clothes again.
How many sizes did you drop?
Oh gosh, 5, probably 5 sizes.
I did 16 so far.
Yeah, I've probably.
I know, it's crazy, and it's just crazy.
It's amazing. It's amazing when I go in and I, well, I'll just tell you when I go to Chico's and buy clothes, and that's the easiest way I can tell you, I would buy a 3. Now I buy a 0.5. That's how far down I went.
Wow.
So the next thing down is 0.
Wow. So you're headed to 0.
At Chico's. So I'm okay.
Yep.
I wear like a 6 jean. 6 to 8
Wow, you've done great.
I know, and that's from a 16, so that's pretty good size, is it not? And I feel so much better.
Yeah, so do I.
I feel good.
So much more energy, and I just.
Chris can tell you my attitude's better, isn't it, Chris?
Yes. Yeah. Not that it was bad before, but I
Yeah.
well, I just walked right into that one.
Chris is not going to say anything negative. You know him. He's good. And let's just say right now, while we're on this subject with Chris, he became a board member at Salvation Army.
Yes, he did. This very
Yesterday.
day.
And then that great, yes. And
you're on our board.
I'm on the board, but I was just glad to have him there, and I know that it'll be a great thing for him and an experience for him.
We're
and
excited.
Work for it. There are a lot of things going on. What do we have to look forward to in this that everybody's talking about?
Well, I tell you, we are in the very, very embryonic stages of planning a color run for sometime this summer, so stay tuned for more information, but we will be the premier color run in Cleveland. I know we've had several in Chattanooga, but soon we will have details coming out about the first color run here in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Well, when I first heard about it, I had no idea what a color run. You know, I didn't know anything about it, and when you started explaining it to me, and then when I would share with the people I knew, listen, we're going to have a color run. Everybody was excited. When our kids want to do this, we want to do this. Tell us what it is.
A color run is it's a fun run. It's not a certified course. It's not a time course, but it is a 5K course. And basically, what you do is you run, and there's people at the 1K marks, and when you hit that 1K mark, they just shower you in these color bombs. Not bombs that hurt, but it's
I was going to say, there's no pain to it.
Yeah, it's powder and dye, and they just throw that on you, and when you finish, you look like you're just a covered rainbow. And you start out in white shirt and white shorts, and when you finish, you're just multicolored. And we are looking to call this the Pekelios color race.
Okay.
And Pekelios is a Greek term for multicolored grace.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's actually a multicolored grace run.
Well, I know everybody's looking forward to it, and as soon as you get a date, we want to get that started. I'm going to help you work on that committee, right?
You're on the committee, and you know, if Chris wants to come and be part of that committee,
I'm not going to run. I'm going to be the one that throws the bombs.
Hey, well, you know, or you can sponsor a 1K. You know, if you want to sponsor, or whoever wants to sponsor, they can be the people there throwing the colors.
Oh, while we're talking about these runs, you know I don't do exercise.
Yes.
So they're talking about these 5Ks, and I'm thinking, dear Lord, who runs 5 miles? You don't run 5 miles. It's 3.
3.1.
Yes. So, and then, but I thought, 5 miles, my goodness gracious. So, but that's not the way it is, is
I
it?
do. I walk about a 3.
I show my ignorance real quick, don't I?
I walk about a 5K every day.
Do you?
Now, so.
Awesome. Awesome. I admire you that you can do that.
I'm loving every step of it.
I know. You don't wear high heels or anything when you do that.
I do not. I wear tennis shoes on the trail.
I know. We go to Rotary together, and it's at 7 o'clock
I'm at
Thursday
the Y
mornings.
generally at 5:30. So.
And so she goes and works out, and then comes to Rotary. I'm doing well to get to Rotary at 7, and she's already worked out and comes in a lot of times in her workout clothes, and here she is. She's just really. It's awesome to see what you've done.
Yeah. Well, it's you know, God's been very good to me and been very gracious. They give me this pocket of grace to walk through and be able to. He's really literally changed my appetites. And if he'll do that for me, he'll do that for anybody.
Well, and you know what? I don't know what causes it, but all of a sudden, sometimes there is something that creates a desire in you to get the weight off and keep it off and learn how to eat. And that's the main thing. And I've learned how to eat. I eat lettuce all the time. Someone asks me where I want to go eat. I say it doesn't matter. Lettuce tastes the same any place you go, you know. But that's the way it was for 4 months. I ate nothing but lettuce and what we call water vegetables.
Right.
You know, the tomatoes and celery and cucumbers and all that, and some meat with it and go. But all of those carbs, I just block out of my diet.
Yeah, they're just carbs make you feel sluggish. They make you feel tired, and they make you want more carbs.
They do. They make you eat more. They want you to stay hungry, and it's amazing how that desire to eat is gone when you cut the carbs out of your diet. And that's one of the things I lived on for so many years is just carbs, pastas, and all of that.
Yeah,
all of that. Yeah,
if
the flour and the sugar.
If it's white, don't bite. It ain't good for you.
That's right. All right, listen, we're so glad to have Ruthie here.
Thank you for having
We've given you a lot of information. We thanked you for the shopping extravaganza that we had, and that was a fun thing, and we're going to have it every year from now on. And then the Faith Fitness and how to lose weight and how to keep it off and have a good life. And then the color run, which is going to be lots of fun. And then there's a lot of other things coming up. There is a whole list on Salvation Army agenda that's coming up in the near future. And you want to, if you're not part of that, join it. Come in. All you have to do is come in and give them some money so that they can help someone that is in need. And that's what it's all about, is helping the people that have less than we do and bringing salvation to them also.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
you can never bring someone in with salvation if you don't first show them that you care about them.
Yes.
So feed them and give them, pay their utilities and give them diapers for their babies and shelter if they need it, and that's what it's all about. I enjoy working with the Salvation Army. And Ruthie, thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and we'll be right back. We're going to have a commercial, and we'll be right back.
Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, have built a firm offering quality legal services to the people and businesses of Southeast Tennessee. We have achieved expertise in all areas of law in order to represent our clients in a manner they need, deserve, and have come to expect. Logan Thompson, with 9 attorneys and an extensive and competent support staff, is available to provide representation in various legal areas, including family law, Social Security benefits, personal injury, criminal defense, workmen's compensation, as well as business and complex litigation matters. At Logan Thompson, we have been building a tradition of legal services for over 40 years. We have developed the finest legal services and are proficient in providing you with representation you can trust. Give us a call at 423-476-2251 to schedule your free consultation.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here. Doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Do we want to talk about? Welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning, and now it's time for about your 4th cup of coffee. And we have with us Autumn O'Brien, who's the principal of Cleveland High School, and Kelly Bender with Cleveland High School System. And we're going to talk about the Raider Hall of Fame.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that, did I get all that right?
You did.
Hey,
You
how
did.
about that? I haven't lost it yet. But anyway, look at them dressed in blue. Are they not cute? I mean, look at this. Autumn, welcome, and Kelly, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
And I'll let you start, Autumn. Tell us what you're doing with this Hall of Fame. I don't qualify, and you just said you didn't qualify, so we can just be real open
We'll
about
have
this.
our own girls club. Yeah,
That
we'll
sounds good.
Start our own.
Okay.
Well, we have gotten a group together of folks for a committee to talk about the possibility of having a Hall of Fame for Cleveland High School. We really wanted a way to connect our alumni to what we're doing currently, but also to connect our students to the past and the history. Cleveland High School has such a great heritage, and a lot of times there's a real disconnect between today's student population and the population of students that came before. And there's really not as much difference as what people think. They still like to get into mischief. Boys still like girls. They still want to do the new cool thing. But all in all, they are teenagers and they are inspirational. And we want to be able to connect both groups together. And so in doing that, we know there were some local schools that have Hall of Fames and really went to visit some of those to find out exactly what those look like. And we decided that it would be a great way for us to honor alumni, not just athletic, because we talked about athletes, and Cleveland's known for a very rich athletic history, but we really wanted it to be about graduates of Cleveland High School. It never fails.
Give us a fair chance. You know, if we're not an athlete, let us have a fair chance at something.
It's true. Well, it never fails. I'll be out at the grocery store, or actually my athletic director, I believe it was at Erlanger, and in the middle of the conversation, the doctor that was on staff there said, I graduated from Cleveland High School. And we just find that a real shame that there are graduates that are doing outstanding things that, number one, we don't know about, but also number two, that our students don't get to hear from. And so we really think this is going to be a great opportunity for that.
Well, who qualifies for that? How do we get in touch with, or how do we recommend someone?
Sure.
Or how many are you going to have? I have all kinds of questions.
Well, I can answer them all.
Okay.
We are planning a Hall of Fame ceremony in October, and we're going to wrap it around a football game so that we can recognize them both at an assembly during the school day, because, again, we feel it's really important for our students to hear the stories of these great graduates from Cleveland High School. So we're going to have a ceremony in October. We really haven't set a number as far as how many we're going to have. We're taking nominations through May 1st, and then the committee, the Hall of Fame committee, is going to sit down and look at those, and we're going to use a rubric and kind of work through all of the nominations. We have kind of an average from other schools, and they've averaged anywhere between 10 and 20 in their first year, and then 5 and 10 in the years after that. But we haven't really hinge down a number where
So
we
you
feel
need
like
to get it established
we want
first.
to we
You
want to
need
know
to
what
have
the
a good number.
nominations look like, and we want to make sure that we have good representation across classes and across types of achievements. A person is eligible for nomination if they graduated 10 years ago. That's one of the first things. But then there's also 4 criteria. We look at a life of service. We look at how they've excelled in their craft, whether that be their work craft, or some folks have been volunteers for their entire life, but they have excelled in that area. Some have been maybe stay-at-home moms, but have worked in their churches. So we want to make sure that we have a good sample from each of those types of people. And then we also want to look at their ability to have a heart of a Raider. We talk about the heart of a Raider, and that is just that fight, that drive to do well. And then
they wear blue every day.
They wear blue. If they do not wear blue, we're going to have a conversation. So that we have criteria built in that it can be defined in many different ways, and that's what we really hope for. The thing that I personally love about Cleveland High School is that it's diverse. And when I say the word diversity, people naturally go to race, or they naturally go to income. But Cleveland High School is diverse because you can be any kind of kid. You can be smart, you can be not so smart. You can be very artistic, you can be very athletic. And you can do it, and you can do it well. And we support all of those programs at Cleveland High School. And that's a very unique thing in a high school these days. They usually pick a couple of things to be good at, and then they move on. We really try to allow the whole student, every student, to have an opportunity to find the thing that they love and learn through it. And so I think for us to be able to find examples of that from our graduates is really a great thing.
Well, what an awesome program.
thank you,
and I think it's great. Like I said a while ago, if you're not an athlete, sometimes you're just kind of left
Sure.
out and no one ever remembers who you were.
Sure.
If you weren't a cheerleader or you were not an athlete, then there you go.
Right, yeah.
And so this way you're giving everyone a fair chance to be nominated and to look at their criteria and have a diversified group, and I think that's awesome.
Yes,
I
we're
think
really excited about
yeah,
it.
and you'll have different ages in there also.
We
won't
will,
you?
and that's one thing we want to make sure is that we have some really dynamic recent graduates that have graduated 10 years and past that we want to recognize, because we want to have the relevant piece, and we want to say, okay, you can graduate in 10 years and you can do this, and maybe it takes you 40 years to get to that level, or maybe, so we want to make sure that we represent all decades from Cleveland High School. We want to have some from the 60s, we want to have some from the 70s, we want to have some from the 80s, we want to have some from the 90s. We want to make sure that all decades are represented, number one, so that it draws attention to Cleveland High School and what it's doing, but it's also to put the focus on, we have a very rich tradition that has gone through several decades, and we want to celebrate that. We want it to be about that.
Well, thank you. And you know, I've never met you before. This is the first time I've met Autumn, so I'm
great.
kind of.
Yes, it's nice to meet you.
I know. This is a great way to meet each other, isn't it? Because
Yes.
I get to just ask dumb questions.
No, they're great questions.
Nominate by the website.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can nominate on the website. Our website is actually really easy. It's chsraiders.com. If you go to chsraiders.com, there is a spot on the top left-hand side that says click here to nominate, gives you all the criteria, gives you the information about what we're looking for and the timeline, which is May 1st. That's something we want to make sure everybody knows, is that it's closing in. It's only a couple of weeks left to nominate, and we have a great sampling of nominations right now. So we're not short on nominations, but we just want to make sure that we're getting it out there and we're making sure that everybody knows about it. So chsraiders.com, you can get on and you can nominate right there. Even if you only have some information, but you're not sure their graduation year, or you're not even sure where they are now, but you
can
heard they're
find
doing
that
great
out.
things,
We can do that.
you give it to us, and we've got some great research people that we've got working on those things, and we can make their profile very attractive by the time we get to the
Okay, and that
voting
information
process.
also will go on our website.
Yeah,
So,
we'll put links
Great.
Sure.
and
and
information
you want to
on
give
there.
that information?
Yeah, you can come to chrisfreekw.com, and I'll have a link to show notes on there. It'll let's see, I got the abbreviation on there. Good Morning Tennessee Valley, GMTV.
Great.
And that way they can come to the. If they type that in, it'll bring up all the show notes, and we'll have all the links and everything, and where they can get in
Great.
touch with y'all.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
they
so
can, they can
much.
get it,
And
and we'll leave it on
That
there
is
for a
great.
while
Yeah,
too,
yeah, it
so
stays
it'll
on
be
there.
there.
Great.
That is
So
great.
that'll give them some information on how to get in touch with you and what to do. What will be their role after you get this?
It's a great question.
These people selected. What will be their role then from year to year?
I think the first word that pops in my mind is inspiration. We really want to recognize our graduates, but we also want to provide a source of inspiration for our students. And so we've got a designated space in the building that we will have a plaque with their picture and a brief description. We don't want paragraphs, but a brief description of what they've done. But we also are going to honor them, obviously, at an assembly, and we want to have a nice reception for their families and then recognize them at a football game. So they will be a part of a collegiate group, if you will. We'll say a fraternity of the Hall of Fame. And we want them to really work as an inspiration for our students. I know there's many times that when I'm sitting down with a student, I can have a conversation and say, you know, I remember somebody just like you, or I just had a conversation about this last week. And that for some reason, every once in a while you make that connection, and so we really want to just be able to have those stories of inspiration. I had adults in my life when I was a teenager that changed the course of my life, and I believe every teenager has that, whether they're rich or poor, smart or not so smart, they have that, and we want to be able to provide a nice group of graduates from Cleveland High School that can represent that for our students.
Okay, do you have any plans for anything like financial with them to help with the school?
Well, you know, there's always...
I know we don't want to put a dollar mark
Sure,
on this,
no.
and that's not what
No.
I'm saying, but some type of program that you're looking ahead that they may can assist in financial needs at the
Sure.
school.
People don't ever buy a product they don't believe in.
Yes.
So our belief would be that we are not talking about any financial investments at all at this point. We really want our alumni to see the real product, not what you hear on the news, and not necessarily about Cleveland High School, but we hear about a generation that's lost, and we just don't hear the really positive messages that need to be heard about teenagers. And we know, and we say all the time, any community member, anyone in office, any person that wants to come to Cleveland High School, we will host you. I will give you a tour. We will take you around and show you the great kids. And that's not just at Cleveland High School. That is at local. I've worked at several different high schools, and that is around the state, around the country. We have great teenagers in our schools, and I think sometimes adults veer away from that because they don't know. It's unknown to them. And so we know if we have some groups that we bring into Cleveland High School and we recognize them at assembly and we have a nice reception and we bring them to a football game, that they're going to see the inspiration that we see every day. And what comes from that? Great. If we have some community support in the manner of,
that's not the primary.
that's not the primary.
Okay.
That's not the primary
Okay.
source. The primary source is we believe our school is a community school, and we want to connect our community to our school. That's the
Can I
bottom
ask
line.
you some questions just about? I don't have
Sure.
anyone in the public school.
Sure.
But the controversy right now is some schools, not in this area, I don't think, for the proms that are coming up. Or maybe some of them have already happened. But taking breathalyzer tests going in, are you for that, against that, or?
Well, actually, our
What
prom
do you think?
our prom is this Saturday night.
Okay.
And so, yes, so it's a great time for me to talk if there's any students or parents that are listening. One of the first decisions that I made when I became principal 4 years ago was that we were going to have prom in Cleveland. I believe that we support our local community and we support our local economy. And I just really don't like my teenager babies, driving to Chattanooga or any other place for prom. I like to keep them in town, keep them as safe as possible. So we decided we were going to keep it here, and one of the things that I do at the prom is stand at the front door. So I, in essence, am the breathalyzer for Cleveland High School. Okay. Now, if I have anybody and I know the kids, the key is knowing the kids, and so if I have anybody, I had like 2 or 3 last year that I thought they seem a little happier than they normally are. There are plenty of officers around. We have lots of security, and we certainly, and not to catch anyone. It's not about a gotcha, but it's about we do not want them on the roads, and so we want to keep them as safe as possible. Obviously, we don't condone that kind of behavior, but for me, more importantly, it's not to be the Gestapo, but it's to stand at the door and make sure that everyone is in a good place and is safe to drive and is not making poor decisions. And so we use our law enforcement to help us. I'm not going to make any decisions about a breathalyzer, but if I see somebody that has that appearance, and I went to prom 20 years ago, and we had several that showed up that probably shouldn't have, so it's not a new problem.
I went.
Yeah.
Me years ago.
It's not a new problem. So I believe that's law enforcement. And so if I had an inkling that I thought somebody might be under the influence, then I would ask our officers to take them aside and give them a quick.
I know there's been a lot of controversy on that over that recently because and that's on national news. That's not anything here or whatever. And I know we try to keep our teenagers as safe as we possibly can. And we also know that teenagers are teenagers sometimes.
They are.
And
teenagers are teenagers now, as they were, as they always will be.
Things never change.
It doesn't change.
They
It
do
never
not
does.
change.
We just forget what it was like when we were teenagers a lot of times.
Well, listen, it's been great having Autumn and Kelly on with us today. Although Kelly didn't get real involved today. Usually we can talk and talk and talk.
We'll do that another day,
and Chris
okay?
has been over here just quiet.
I've been quiet.
You didn't want to talk about your high school days, right?
No.
Hey, Chris, you mentioned Twitter earlier, and I am going to be tweeting some throwback prom pictures this week, and
so
some
they
of
need
them
to-
are going to be of the principal. So you might want to stay tuned. In celebration of prom week, we're bringing back the poofy shoulder dresses and the claw hair. So just stay
And
tuned.
some of that may be coming back.
It sure is.
This has been great. I have fun talking about the high schoolers and what all's going on. And for all of my guests today, it's been wonderful for you to have find out some information about what we have talked about today with all of our guests. Go to our website, go to chrisfreekw.com, and if you want to buy or sell a house, give us a call, 718-6967.
423-961-8095.
And it's been a pleasure being with you, and I hope you've enjoyed the show, and you have a great day today, okay? And we'll see you later.